Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. You know, it is always inspiring to see posts on social media about people really trying their very best to work and provide for their family, having decent and dignified jobs. And you see the fruit of their hard work kapag nagbibigay sila sa kanilang pamilya. And you see the smiles and the tears of joy from their families, slowly but surely rising out of poverty. Those are truly inspiring stories. But it is different when you see a student selling sampagita for his allowance, an elderly man doing hard manual labor for his apos, or vulnerable people, especially children, selling trinkets on the streets, providing for their needs and their families. That strikes a different feeling. Well, to me, I don't know about you, but to me it strikes a different feeling. There's something not right about this situation. While obtaining work, it is but right and just. There is injustice if the vulnerable ones are the ones working to provide for themselves and for others. You know, the reason parents work is to provide for their children, for their household, and contribute to the good of the society. Work, with its corresponding just compensation, it always helps the laborer, the family, and the society. When we work, we help not only ourselves, but also most especially the vulnerable who cannot and should not work at this time. Here we see the great difference between dominion and domination. In our first reading, God said, "Be fertile and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion over the fish of the sea, birds of the air, and all the living things." God commanded us to have dominion, not domination over creation. Huge difference. Domination is to lord over creation, total control. It is the exercise of controlling power or influence over someone or something. The person who exercises such power or control over other people or things would seldom recognize or respect the dignity of that person. Dominion, or domination rather, devalues, demeans, and diminishes others. Dominion is different. It is spiritual. It implies care and conscientious use rather than suggesting man has a right to plunder and dominate the world. Dominion means being a good steward. It uplifts the lives of others, especially the vulnerable. Dominion upholds, upbuilds, and uplifts others. Saint Joseph, the model of good stewardship, lived what dominion demands and upholds. He was entrusted with the great responsibility to be the foster father of the Son of God. And he worked hard as a carpenter, using his gifts, providing for his family, but not only for Jesus and Mary, but to the rest of humanity too. How? By being a role model to Jesus, he showed how to use his gifts, what he has been entrusted with, to uplift lives. You know, Jesus can choose domination, for he is in fact Lord, Dominus, but he lived true dominion. He did not lord over creation when he has every right to. He rather served in humility, offered all he had to uphold, upbuild, and uplift the lives of the most vulnerable, the whole of humanity, from sin and death. My dear brothers and sisters, Pope Francis said, work is fundamental to the dignity of the person because it fills us with dignity and makes us similar to God, who has worked and still works. Let our work bring dignity not only to ourselves, not only to our family, but to our society, our brothers and sisters in need, those who cannot and should not work at this time. Like Saint Joseph, the carpenter, may we heed the call of true dominion to be good stewards of creation and our gifts, to uphold, upbuild, and uplift the lives of all for the sake of the kingdom. Saint Joseph the worker, pray for us.